Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Achieving Alpha and welcome back to another episode of Smart Money Analysis for today, that is 21st of June 2021. And the bulls seem to be back in charge, so we observed a gap down opening which was expected looking at the global cues and SGX Nifty and the action that happened in global markets on Friday. But surprisingly, we saw a really good recovery rather than a panic selling, which a lot of people were expecting. And we basically did not even look back. We basically made the 15 minutes low, the first 15 minutes low, and we never broke it. So 15500 emerged out to be a very strong support zone for Nifty. But there were a lot of things which we need to understand, and we'll probably have a look at the data and the charts to see what's happening. So let's go and have a look. So first of all, looking at the daily time frame chart of Nifty, very clearly you will see that this is a bullish Marubozu kind of a candle, and you will see the dominance of bulls clearly on its way. Although we did test the 20 EMA once again, but again we have taken up really good support from that particular zone, and we have closed above that very comfortably. So the trend would be only considered weak once we give a closing below the 20-day exponential moving average, and after that maybe the 50-day exponential moving average. But as of now, things are looking bullish to me. So let's have a look at the option chain and try to understand that what happened, or maybe before that I can talk about the intraday data. So intraday, as I mentioned, we opened gap down and basically we moved up in one single line, and this was extremely bullish. Although there was a sell triggered looking at the global markets, and that's why I gave you the sell, basically the sell signal. But basically the global markets were too volatile as well. They changed pretty quickly, and that sell was again incorrect, so we hit our stop loss. But that's okay, that's part of the game. We cannot really be correct 100% of the time, so that's fine. Talking about Bank Nifty, so Bank Nifty was much stronger today. So Bank Nifty has been the weak contender for the last few trading sessions, but today it was Bank Nifty which dragged Nifty up. And Reliance, of course, again saw a very good recovery towards the end. So bankings and financials were looking very strong. IT saw some weakness after we can say some time, but again IT also recovered a bit at the end. So that's what we have. Talking about SGX Nifty, it's trading kind of flat, not much movement here. The data will probably clear up a lot of things. So let's go and have a look at the option chain. Let's start with Nifty. So looking at the option chain, the very first thing, it's evident that the put writers were more confident than the call writers today, and the put writing happens to be more than call writing. Surprisingly, one of the things which we need to see is that there has been unwinding on 15,200 and 15,000. Now there could be two reasons: that maybe people are genuinely afraid, or maybe because this premium is almost eroded and there is not much left here. So people are not willing to risk and they just want to book the profit that they have, because they have been getting good 330k even today. So this is what we have. And talking about the highest OI, so it still happens to be at 15,000, but 15,500 emerges as a very strong support, because during the day this was the strike which had the highest OI. But anyways, 15,000 is the one with the highest put OI. Talking about the call side, so 16,000 is the strike price with the highest OI. Although 15,800 is another important resistance, and it also has some significant OI, and there is addition as well. Talking about 700, so you will see that there has been a good addition by the put writers, because the last minutes of the market closing were very strong, and the closing also looks out to be very strong. So again, 15,000 to 16,000 is the broader range, but 15,500 to 16,000 could be or basically 15,500 to 15,800 could be the tighter range. But again, this is monthly expiry, so be very much cautious. You can observe anything, and also there is an event lined up, so I guess on the monthly expiry day itself, I need to double check, but yeah, I guess on Thursday itself the Reliance AGM is due, and you know how this thing goes, right? If at all there is any announcements, be it good or bad, it will impact Reliance, and you know that if it will impact Reliance, it will also impact our market and the overall sentiment and the price of Nifty. So be very careful. The monthly expiry could be very volatile, and you can expect moves on both sides. So reduce your quantity or trade with a defined risk. That's Nifty for you. And talking about the option chain for Bank Nifty, again you will see that there has been a very good put writing today, because Bank Nifty was the strong contender today. and surprisingly you will see that there is not a lot of addition on 35,000. So there is addition about 1 lakh new contracts, but you will see that similar is on put side. Interestingly, 34,500 has seen some unwinding on the call side and some addition on the put side, and 34,000 happens to be the strike with the highest OI on the put side, with a very healthy addition of almost 6.3 lakh contracts. So that's the thing. Talking about the call side, so the call side, it's almost equivalent open interest on 36,000, 35,500 and 35,000. But whether we breach 35,500 or not, that would be interesting to see, because if at all we breach that, we can maybe say that Bank Nifty has given up a breakout. But all that depends is closing, because Bank Nifty has been trading between 34,400 to 35,600 for the last few days, and the closing hasn't been on either side. So that's the reason that it's still in a range, and the range is not yet broken. So yeah, that's Bank Nifty. Let's have a look at the global Qs. So global Qs, amazing recovery from the bottom. So morning Dow made a low of 32,900. There has been a recovery of more than 500 points from the low. S&P again, fantastic recovery from the bottom, and Nasdaq was itself looking strong and is still looking very strong to me. Talking about the European indices, so European indices again, amazing recovery. DAX has recovered more than almost 300 points from the today's low, and again CSE and FTSE have been looking good, and they have also recovered significantly from their lows. So the markets are looking strong, but after a lot of fall which we observed on Friday, a bounce is expected. So this could be that bounce, but if at all they go further higher or not, that would be interesting to see. Because as of now what's happening is that when the global Qs were weak, our markets were closed, and when our markets opened, the global Qs recovered, and that's why we also went up. So that's the thing. Dollar index is looking a little weak, so it has a slide below 92. Talking about the bond yields, so bond yields again have recovered some. So this was below 1.4 during the day, but now it is above 1.47. So that's the thing. Interestingly, I need to show you that Nikkei fell too much today. So Nikkei is still down by 0.54%. There's the futures, but you will be shocked to hear that the Nikkei spot today was down almost more than 4%. So that is the global Qs for us. Let's have a look at the activity in the cash and the derivatives market and try to understand what happened there. So this is the data for the cash market. You will see a net selling of about 1250 crores from the FIIs today, and almost a negligible buying of 140 crores from the DIIs. So the cash market, there has been no clear trend emerging out of the buying patterns of FII and DII in the cash market. But still, for today, I would call this data weak, because this is almost net selling of about 1100 crores in the cash market. Let's have a look at the activity in the derivatives data and try to understand what happened there. Let us see what have we got here. So first of all, starting from FII, the net long in index futures is down by over 2.5%. So there is both long build-up plus short build-up, but the short build-up happens to be almost 10 times than that of the long build-up. So index futures looks bearish. Talking about stock futures, so this is kind of similar to what we had in the last trading session, but there is both long addition plus fresh short build-up, but the long addition happens to be more. So I can say that this is neutral to mild bullish. Talking about the options activity. Okay, what happened to this? Give me a second. Okay, here we are. Sorry about that. So the call longs in the index have increased by almost 24%, or this is the absolute quantity. The put longs have increased by almost 13.5%. So option buying overall, it looks slightly on the bullish side. Talking about option writing, so the call shots and the pull shots have almost been added in similar quantity. So this is kind of neutral. In percentage terms, call shots are more. But overall, if you talk about the options activity, so this looks neutral to mild bullish. So to sum it up, index futures looks bearish, stock futures look neutral to mild bullish, and options activity look neutral to mild bullish to me. Let's go and analyze the data from the proprietary desks. So for the proprietary desks, there seems to be some reduction in the index futures net long position. So you will see a drop of about 10%. So for the last 3 sessions, these guys were adding up, but today they have reduced. So you will see long unwinding plus some fresh short build up. So index futures from pro looks negative. Talking about the stock futures, so stock futures also look negative because again there has been long unwinding plus fresh short build-up. Let's talk about the options data. So options, you will see that the call longs have increased by almost 18%. The put longs have increased by almost 21.59%. So you will see overall this is negative because the puts bought are more than the calls. Talking about the option writing activity. So here is the cash now. In option writing, you will see that the call shorts have increased by almost 10.6%. But the put shorts have increased by almost 39%. So you will see the difference for yourselves. And you will see that the put shorts are clearly dominating the number of call shorts. So overall, the put shorts happen to be a lot more. So I would say that this is bullish. And yeah, so this is it. So options data is bullish from the pros. Index futures negative, stock futures also negative. Let's talk about the data for the retail. So retail, first of all, an addition of almost 2% in the net long in index futures. So short covering plus fresh long build-up. So retail looks out to be bullish, and it's obvious that if both Pro and FII have sold index futures, so retail is the one who has bought them. Talking about stock futures, so stock futures again bullish because you will see a long addition plus some short covering as well. So this is again bullish. Talking about the options activity, so options, you will see almost a 4% increase in the call longs from retail and a 31% increase in the put long. So this is heavily bearish from the retail side. But on the same side, you will see that the put shorts have also increased by almost 20% and the call shorts have increased by almost 6.7%. So that's what we have from retail. Overall, the put shorts look to be a lot more. So there is a healthy addition of put shorts by the retail. So, you know, we can say that overall this data looks slightly on the bearish side. So the options data from retail looks out to be a little bearish. The index futures looks out to be bullish and the stock futures also looks out to be bullish. So that's our analysis for today. I know this video might be uploaded a little late because the data was late from the exchange as well. But one small request from you folks, that if at all you are enjoying the content, please do like. Your likes are the only motivation that I am able to do this particular video even after a hectic schedule throughout the day. So please support by liking this particular video because that's the only motivation that I have to do this. And yeah, if you're new here and coming here for the first time, subscribe to this channel for more such content. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. Have a good day, take care, and bye-bye.